Hey everybody, Mike here, and this is my 2021 in the bag for this year's disc golf season. So, start out with, won't go too much in detail, but finally got my brand new disc golf bag in. I'm loving this pound bag, all custom designed and whatnot. Had the other one for several years. It was about time. Excited to use this one this year. So we'll get started off. Up here is where I keep my putters. I'm a Judge man. I use the Prime Burst plastic. These green ones are the main ones I putt with. I got more at home. I do keep one classic soft in there, just so whenever I'm throwing, I'm gonna go up on a hill, I know this one will not roll away from me. We go over here is a little bit more of my throwing putters or my real short mid-ranges. Up here I keep my, just started throwing this not too long ago, my West Side Maiden. First time I ever threw this disc, put a little bit of a hyzer on it, flipped right up, almost parked a basket birdie. Been in love with this disc ever since. Got to get more. Love the West Side Maiden. Another disc is I'm trying to get more at is I'm trying to slowly throw a little bit less and less forehands because it kind of hurts my elbow. So here recently I've started throwing the Dynamic Bouncy, super understable, great for turnover shots. Thing's pretty sweet. Another thing is my favorite disc of all time through Dynamic Disc was the Suspect. They've sadly retired that disc, so I've had to find something to replace it. And the answer to that question has been this West Side Harp. Just started throwing this not long ago, but I'm loving it. Super overstable. Put it on a hyzer line. It's going to do exactly what you want it to do. I love how flat it is. Love the disc. I'm really starting to like more and more West Side's discs. Get over here to my mid-ranges. I don't think you can throw Trilogy without having a Truth in your bag. Love this disc. I don't really use it off the tee that much, but for a lot of approach shots, a little bit more of a utility disc, kind of how you throw it's the way it goes. A lot of times I use this for, it's kind of interesting, a little flick roller, approach shots. Love it. Need something with a little bit more stability. Got my EMAC Truth right here. Here's one of those Suspects I was telling you about. Like I said, I don't really throw it anymore, but I love the thing. I can't really get rid of it. My main mid-range in my bag is my Verdict. Love the Verdict. Probably thrown this off the tee more than most discs in my bag. The thing is super stable. You can do it forearm, backhand, short, get some power on it, throw it far. Thing's great. We've got a Chris Clemens one here with the glimmer plastic on it, real shiny. Crazy more overstable than the plain Lucid, but love my Verdicts. Those things are awesome. Kind of moving to my fairway drivers. I've got quite a few fairway drivers. I didn't realize I had this many until I was going through my bag just a little bit ago. This is the disc that made me start throwing Trilogy plastic, and that is the Dynamic Disc Maverick. This thing is awesome. First ever PDGA tournament I played in, my brother bought me one. Absolutely fell in love with it because you can have a low arm speed and it will still go a mile. And then as I got a little bit better over the years, I started to learn if I put a little bit of an angle on one of these, they are great beginner hyzer flip discs. Love it. This is a special edition plastic with a, I've got a Lucid one. This is the one I usually throw. I don't like to throw the special edition that much. Love this Lucid, love the Maverick. Favorite disc in the bag. I will never not have a Maverick in my bag as far as I'm throwing Trilogy. Then another disc I've just gotten here more recently. Got it in a hand-eye box, and that is a West Side Underworld. Same speed as a Maverick, but it's more understable. I like it because I can throw a little bit softer, and it still flips up. Gets a crazy amount of distance. Still learning that disc, but it's pretty groovy. My lone Latitude disc in my bag is my Latitude Explorer. It's the prettiest disc in my bag. I love it because I'm not that great at throwing drivers, and I can put some power on this and it still holds the angle, get good distance out of it. If I need something a little bit farther than a Maverick, if I'm throwing uphill and I really want to juice it, sometimes if I throw my Maverick too hard, it'll flip over on me. I've got the Vandal, which has only been out I think for a year or two now. I could be mistaken. At least I haven't had it that long. This is a hand-eye stamp on it. Still trying to get used to this. I'm still working on those hyzer flips. When I get that one down, watch out. It's going to be great. And then my main forearm shot I use fairway driver is the Felon. You read online, it says it was made for the Kansas winds, and you got to believe it. Love them. I got two of them. I got a pink one, got a yellow one. The pink one's my main thrower. It's got some sweet little sparkles in there, a little bit of glitter. Love it. Super stable, super flat. Thumb fits perfect in there. Best disc for forearms. Can't change my opinion on it. Then finally I get down to my drivers. I don't have a lot of them. I don't throw drivers that often just because I don't have the arm speed for them. But the main one I like to throw is the Dynamic Trespass, mainly because it's not that high of a speed. It's got a little unstableness to it. So even a low arm speed can throw this driver. Great for getting into drivers. Get a backup one here. I won in the CTP challenge, another trespass. If I need one that's a driver where it's going to be a little bit more stable for me, put a little bit more power on it, maybe it's a little bit windy, I needed to make sure it goes left, I keep a Dynamic Sergeant in my bag. Pretty sweet stamp on it. I'm throwing this disc more and more now, I've learned. And finally, the most overstable disc in my bag probably is my Dynamic Enforcer. This thing is super high speed, super stable, 12.4.54. I don't throw this with my backhand. Here recently I've started putting a lot of juice in my forehands, and I found that I was even flipping my felon over a little bit. So I got this when I know if I throw this with a forehand, it is not going left. It is going to go right the whole way unless I just completely screw it up. So an Enforcer, don't throw it too often, but when I do, very, very handy disc. So just for funsies, yep, here is I keep a Dynamic Judge mini marker in my bag. Looks pretty sweet in this bag, I think, Trilogy stamp. And yep, so that's my bag for the 2021 season.